Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel, The Lonely Leader. My name is Crystal. I'm so glad that you're here with me. Took a little bit of courage to come to this channel because we're going to be doing a lot of healing, a lot of self-discovery, a lot of shadow work. And today's topic is going to be the lonely leader. Well, what does that mean to be a lonely leader? Technically, we're never alone. You have your spirit guides with you. You've got God, the universe, Yahweh, the great I am, whatever you call it, whatever your beliefs are. And you've got your ancestors, angels, passed over, friends, loved ones that are with you all the time. So you're never alone. And but sometimes we need to be alone, and we need to learn how to be okay with being alone sometimes, without the TV on, without the radio on, without any distractions, just quiet time with ourselves so we can figure out why we were triggered today or yesterday or a few days ago. What was it that kind of like bubbled something up inside of you, especially during this time now because we're in retrograde. So a lot of old memories and a lot of old problems, maybe even stuff from like childhood, might be stirring up within you now. And I suggest that you get yourself a notebook and do some journaling. Keep the notebook by your bed. So when you wake up and you have those 3 a.m. thoughts, you can just jot them down. Or maybe if you got a message in your dream or something like that and it didn't quite make sense, you can write that down, and then later you can go back and reread it and analyze it and seek out some of the deeper meanings in those messages, and then work through them. And you can jot down little notes to yourself. And I just noticed that that really has helped me. And I used to have a lot of trouble with my throat chakra. I wasn't really able to express myself verbally in an appropriate way without getting angry and having all this like word vomit. So I found that it was much easier for me to write things down because the process was a lot slower than it kind of just, bleh, out of my mouth like that. And I could always go back and reread it and revisit some of the feelings or thoughts, which really helped me. So it probably will help you too. So you can give it a try. I want to share something with you that I wrote in my journal a couple of months ago, and I titled it The Lonely Leader. Imagine how hard it must have been for Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. He was once an Egyptian prince, found by the princess, until one day his whole world was turned upside down when he found out the truth. He was really adopted and really an Israelite Jew, not an Egyptian prince. He must have been a real struggle to shed all he had been taught in Egypt as part of the royal family amongst earthly privilege. It took him 40 years alone in a desert, alone with the great I Am, to discover who he truly was and what his life's purpose was. I imagine it must have been hard for Moses to not allow these old Egyptian tendencies to creep back in when he heard the Israelites complaining about missing the food and idols they used to have for comforts and pleasure in Egypt. After all, they were nostalgic to him and a part of his childhood. But Moses was a strong man. He was a true leader to the people because he had the same struggles as the people when he was alone in the desert with God. But Moses followed God above all else, and he had a heart of fire to see his people set free. Every good leader has a lonely struggle. Every leader must learn to struggle and overcome alone. That's what makes them strong enough to lead weak people to freedom without getting sucked back in to what they overcame. I hope this helps. Have a great day.